I am not recording.
There you go. So have fun with that, Ray.
I'm the
Okay, Ray's
crippled
editing
guy
tonight.
that doesn't have the ability to record.
You were born without it.
Well, were you able to record
I got you, Ray.
Your show?
Yeah, so it's a funny story, actually. Right after the show, like right after, is when my computer took a shit.
Oh, man.
So thank Christ that I recorded the show before then.
Yeah. Well, lucky for you, CJ, Randy will be sober after the show, so if you need tech support, he can help you out.
I think I have to just update my shit, is what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I hate it when you have to do that. You update, and then all of a sudden nothing fucking works.
Right, especially voice
Yes.
meter potato. Yeah.
I think in my
that's what
case,
happened
it's
with
been
Sarah,
so
Ella.
long since I updated that nothing works.
I love that. Thank you for your service, Adam from Houston.
Running Windows 95.
At least I was fighting on the winning side.
Oh, yeah. You didn't need crack.
Yeah. Dare to not do drugs.
I
I'm
dare
trying.
you to do drugs because they're cool.
Well, truth. Something about truth. Is this truth or dare? I'm not quite sure what's happening.
Oh, did you see that Colorado was auctioning off all the weed-related license plates?
Is it really?
Yeah, like, is it 420 is getting auctioned? Tegrity is getting auctioned off. Got Wax is getting auctioned off.
When you say auctioned off, is it so people can have these as license plates, or they're taking the license
Yeah.
plates away and giving them away?
No,
Oh,
so
okay.
they were banned before, but now they're letting them exist, and they're auctioning them
Colorado's
off
so
to
fun.
support their disability support fund.
Hell yeah.
Really? That's great.
So that's
What about the
supports
mushroom
my
related ones?
gambling. Awesome.
Well, if you were in Colorado, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move the show to the
Hey,
Colorado.
see-
Let's go.
Oh, man, that'd be awesome, just to do drugs all the time. CJ, did you happen to listen to last week's Richard Dickman show?
I did not.
Okay. All right, so we had a discussion real quick, and I'm doing this in the pre-show because I want to do it in pre-show, where I revealed that I have a disability of my own, right? I am red-green colorblind. And then Randy's like, well, I think, and I said, listen, this is a very debilitating disability. You know, it affects my
No,
life.
you said
in
it's
many
the
different
most
ways.
debilitating
Yeah,
disability.
it's the most debilitating. Yeah, it's probably the worst disability you can have is be red-green colorblind. And then Randy's like, well, I think CJ would disagree.
Disability.
Autism.
No, I don't have that. That's other people. But Randy said, well, CJ might disagree with you. And I said, no way. Crippled Jesus probably agrees with me that my disability is way worse than anything
The
he might have.
worst
So what say
disability
you?
is being born with the vagina.
Hot take. Ooh. Hot take.
So there you go,
It
Randy.
is a pretty net
CJ
negative.
does. Yeah, CJ does agree that my disability is worse than his. So there you go.
You were right. I apologize. I was wrong, and you put me in my place.
That's right. That's what I do. I'm
We're all
interrupting
winners
you
here.
constantly. Yeah. Look at you, Ray. You're all happy all the time.
I'm sitting
Hey, Ray,
in my
real-
place because I'm just sitting in place constantly.
Yeah.
So I'm always in my place.
Oh, my man. Ray, real quick, can you record Tuesday and Thursday next week?
Probably. Why not?
You won't be in Texas, right?
When you get back.
Or
Ray, what's
get
this I
back
hear
on
about you
Monday.
coming down to Texas?
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on, Adam. We'll get to that. That's show material because we have nothing else tonight. All right, so. All right.
got a Taco Bell
Let's get
commercial.
moving. Randy's sober. Ray doesn't have $1,000 worth of liquor. Adam's here.
2,000.
CJ's here. I think we can do a show. You guys ready to
We
do a show?
are all here.
All right, man.
Let's do it.
All right. If anybody needs to dip out early, just give me a heads up, and we'll gracefully exit you. Otherwise, you're welcome to stay for the whole thing. All right, let's do it.
He used to do a World of Warcraft advice podcast. He even did the original Drunken podcast, changing the game and influencing a generation of podcasters. But he was disgraced, accused of crimes he never committed. Shamed, he disappeared. By the grace and generosity of Mr. Rich Dickman, he was raised again. Seconded by his co-host, definitely not main host, Ray, Rem Dickman has returned, sexier and more handsome than ever. This is The Rich Dickman Show, the greatest podcast ever produced by Rich Dickman with Rem and Ray. Featuring executive producer Randy, producer Ryan, Maddie from Australia, hot drummer News Baden, and Svenson. The Rich Dickman Show, your slightly better than mediocre podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 154 of The Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. I am your host, I am Rem, once again back at this thing with you on the journey through your ears, into your brain, out your mouth. That would be weird, but hey, who cares? I'm here with my buddy out in soon-to-be-free California. It is Ray. Hello, Ray.
Oh, it's fucking party time! And I'm going to the pre-party, the warmer-upper, what do you call them? Pre-show. Down in Texas.
No, warmer upper works.
Yeah. That's the official
Look at you.
name.
Yeah, you get a taste of freedom. That's right. We'll get to that in a second. And of course, sober as ever and looking dapper as hell because he's sober.
Hell yeah.
It is Randy. I don't even know what to think anymore, man. You look so different than you normally do. Like the clear eyes.
I don't know what to do with my hands because I'm not holding a vape.
Yeah. Just hold them
I'm
up.
just here. Yes. Yeah. I'm going to.
Yeah, put a big sign that says hands up, don't shoot.
Oh, look at that. We are synced like this, Rim.
Yeah, that's twice tonight.
We're doing this. We're just back and forth. We're just pumping our hands together like a jellyfish in a solid motion.
And of course,
this is what I'm doing with my hands now.
That's right. Okay. I'm going to try not to interrupt you tonight, but sometimes I have to. And typically, gentlemen, I like to ask, the most important question of all. Really, when you think about things, who gives a shit? Am I right? And joining us from the Who Gives a Shit podcast, all right, we have Adam from Houston and Crippled Jesus. Gentlemen, good evening. Thank you for coming.
What's up everybody?
Hey. All right. So last time we talked to either one of you, you weren't yet podcast stars. And now, next to Randy, your new darlings of podcasting, the two of you, and we got to past episode 8 where we decided to keep going. So that's super exciting, and here we are. This is a great time because we're recording on a Tuesday night because Rem's got a whole bunch of wrestling to watch this week, and Ray's got to edit. Thank you, Ray. And we really have nothing going on, so it's a great time to bring you guys onto the show with us. So, Adam, why don't you
literally
start?
Just finished recording ours, episode 9, An Inconvenient Penis.
Oh, is that what it's called? I love it.
It's great. We talk about how global warming makes your penis shrink.
Yeah.
It's a great episode.
The same.
Never correlated those two things together. Thank you, guys. This is breaking science. You're breaking ground.
You're gonna have to listen. Our show and Who Gives a Shit release at the same exact time, early Saturday morning, so you can check everybody out. So, Adam, why don't you tell us what is the Who Gives a Shit podcast about? What happens? What do you guys do?
Well, we literally beg the question, who gives a shit? We'll bring in a topic of some sort. We'll wonder about who really cares about this, who's talking about it, why they're talking about it, and we'll usually try to deconstruct and figure out why they actually care at all, and if anyone even should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And CJ, do you yet have a favorite subject in your 9 episodes that you've talked about?
I think the Woody Allen one is my favorite because it struck a chord with a lot of people, particularly Adam's lady friend, which she recorded a very funny audio message for me. You can hear it in the episode.
It was pretty good.
No,
Actually, hold on. I still got that queued up. Here, check this out.
CJ, you are not worth the breath it would take for me to explain this to you. I hope that a stripper gets you for child support for a child that is not yours and steals all of your disability check.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
We have an Adam girlfriend from Houston appearance on TRDS here, so that's fantastic. Yeah, congratulations. So I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions about your podcast, all right? And we're gonna mosey on about here. But you guys told me you were doing a podcast 10 weeks ago, whatever it was. But I'm more curious as to, I don't necessarily know the backstory to it. Adam, how did you and CJ come together to create Who Gives a Shit?
Really, this is one of those things. It was kind of peer pressure more than anything else. So I first met CJ on Chimping Out with Isaac Jackson, and we had a good time on that show. I liked recording it with him. It was fun. But I was hanging out in the Dick Show Discord, and CJ randomly popped in because he saw me in there. He was like, I know that guy. He's cool. So he popped in and started hanging out around with the Dick Show people where I was hanging out on Discord. And he'll be randomly talking to these people, and people will just throw it out there all the time. It'd be like, you're so fucking funny. Why aren't you podcasting? And I'd be hanging out in there too. People will always be saying, you're so fucking funny. Why aren't you podcasting? Everybody in my personal life is like, why don't you have a podcast or something like that? You'd be great at it. And I was like, I don't know. That involves like effort and shit. And I got enough going on. And I threw it out there to CJ as a joke. I was like, you know what? If we just had someone that could handle all the editing and the technical shit, then we should just have a podcast. And that's when CJ was like, we know Rem. I was like, you're fucking right. We do know Rem, don't we?
Shit, that's how I got involved, huh?
That's exactly how you got involved.
Rem is the magical audio man. That's what we know him for.
Tell your friends, and the magical audio man. That's right. So CJ, how did you come up with the Who Gives a Shit premise?
So it was a premise that we just naturally came up with. I remember I was going to bed and I had a little vape session before bed. And like a great all ideas, this one came to me in a drug stupor. And
that's all the best ideas do. Yeah.
We came up with the podcast. Although we did find out that some guy in like 2013 had one episode of his podcast, and that's called Who Gives a Shit.
So apparently nobody, just no one listened to it.
If you try to sue us for taking our name, we're gonna just say Who Gives a Shit. So
yeah,
call it Who Gives a Shit too.
I used to know
touche.
That's like when we found the Rich Dickman Twitter handle by some asshole who looks like a complete asshole too. I don't even know that he tweets anymore. I think he stopped like 2013. We've tagged him a few times. He's never responded. Fuck that guy. All right, that's not the Rich Dickman I know. The Rich Dickman I know doesn't have time for Twitter. So all right, so you guys just recorded episode 9. So all right. I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to do a podcast back in the day called Torn Think Tank. It was a huge podcast about the World of Warcraft and all the assholes who played the game, right? So I used to be a really big deal. Now, so my co-host and I, we got to talk about that tonight, right? Don't let me forget, all right?
Okay.
I don't know if that's in the notes or not, but we got to find that. My co-host and I, we got along well for most of it, but we had a few disagreements, and our first disagreement actually came after episode 9, all right? Because I was acting like an asshole. That one's my fault. I was acting like an asshole, but whatever. So, have the two of you had any disagreements show-wise so far?
No, I think we have a great chemistry.
Yeah.
And I'm a fairly easygoing guy. I'm pretty simple to get along with. I mean, shoot, I'm friends with, like, murderers and thugs. So, I mean, CJ's easy as hell to get along with. And he's funny. And
yeah,
like all the effort that actually gets put in this thing, it takes a little bit of motivation to get this guy actually up and hustling a little bit. But once the ball got rolling, not trying to be ableist here, then it just kind of unfolded naturally, man. It's also a fairly easy show to do because you can just have your casual conversation be background research at the same time because you're just talking about topical shit.
Yeah, I never run out of shit to talk about because if I don't have anything on the top of my mind, I can just open my Twitter timeline and see what dumb shit people give a shit about today.
There's a lot of dumb shit on Twitter.
You ever get, hey CJ, when you're sitting there and you're looking at your Twitter, right? Probably during your feminist theory class or whatever. Like, what kind of stuff like really pisses you off?
I hate cancel culture, which is why I brought Woody Allen in numerous times.
Yeah.
Because I made the statement, I don't care how many kids he's penetrated anally. Annie Hall is a funny movie.
You got to separate the art from the person. I understand.
Yeah.
So CJ, the problem with cancel culture is the only way to get rid of it is to cancel it, and then you become part of the problem. Do you have a solution? Like, how do we get rid of it without becoming the problem?
Well,
I haven't figured it out.
We have to bring back the swears again.
Okay.
That's how we solved it.
So you lean into it, yeah.
Yeah, well, if we just brought back some good old white-on-white racism, where people are starting to hate the Irish again, who hate the Scottish, who hate the Welsh, and all the white people start going at each other, then there's too much shit to cancel, and it'll get lost in the mix.
Exactly.
Real old school. We get the Protestants and the Catholics going again.
Specific people hate everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also if people just started ignoring them, where people can just autistically screech on the internet, and people are like, hey, "Look at these dumbasses screeching over here! They're giving us free press," and then you just keep on doing what you're normally doing, and you completely ignore it. That would work too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The biggest mistake we've made in the last 15 years is giving credence to some asshole's opinion on the internet. Right?
Oh, totally. They fed the trolls. Why'd they feed the trolls? You don't feed the trolls.
Exactly. Don't apologize.
Opinions are like assholes in that no one wants to see yours.
Right.
Well, that's not true.
Some I want to see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my OnlyFans says otherwise.
Find that out. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not an ass guy. I'm more into titties and feet, but I think Tarantino did that to me.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. I have yet to meet a foot guy, so I'm so glad you just said that. What is it? I don't get the feet thing, CJ. I don't get it at all. So please tell me.
Are you seriously
what am I
going to
missing
ask
out in
CJ
feet?
about feet? You're being real ableist right now.
Yes.
Well,
no, I'm not.
I mean, you just denying it shows how ableist you are. I'm so disappointed in you right now.
There's an old Russian saying. It goes, "Revenge is a dish best come down." And I think that describes my sexual fascination with feet.
Okay.
Because I don't have control over my own, but I can control some thought's feet. So it's a little different.
Wow.
Couple bucks here say,
I love it.
Move your pinky toe, baby. Wave it at me. I get you. I was having a discussion with Ray and Randy earlier. I think it was today. No, yesterday. Ray was at a cheerleading thing, and he's like, "Hey, Rem, there's a whole bunch of moms here that you would like." And I said, Ray, if she is speaking to me, I like her. So it really, that's my type. You know what I mean? So, all right. So we will. What we're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. We're gonna get into some Adam and some CJ. Who gives a shit? I give a shit. I give a shit about having a good time. All right. Randy's sober, so I'm pulling extra weight tonight because I don't have. Yeah, I won't be interrupting you too much tonight, Randy, because you're not gonna say anything.
Well, not with that attitude, Rim. All right. You know what, Rim? I'll say something right now to you, you chinless son of a bitch.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what I was going to say. I ran out of steam because I'm sober.
Nice.
Fuck.
That's not nice at all.
This is terrible.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
God damn.
God, I'm just so full of rage, and I don't know where it comes from. I guess the weed suppresses the rage.
Jesus Christ. No.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about rage for a second. All right, everybody, you probably all experienced something similar to this. Okay, if you listen to the show, you know I used to have a dog. We put him down last year. I have 3 cats. Okay, a couple weeks ago we got a new couch. All right, got rid of the old couch. Couldn't sleep. It's uncomfortable. I got a new couch. It's beautiful. I love the couch. It's great. It's got a pull-out ottoman on it. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so last night. I cleaned up the kitchen. I was heading to bed, and I looked at the couch, and the cat was Gilbert, my orange cat, was sitting on the couch. And I thought to myself, man, goddamn, one of these cats is going to throw up on this couch one of these days, and it's going to be awful, right? All right, so I go to bed, right, and then I wake up, I go to work. I'm at work, and I'm doing my thing, and my son texts me, and he says, "Hey," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Cat threw up on the couch." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" There's no way that you're just screwing me right now. And he's like, "No, I'm serious. Mommy's going crazy trying to fix it." I'm like, God damn it. That fucking cat threw up on the goddamn couch and on my remote controls. Like, you couldn't find another goddamn place in the house to throw up. You had to be on the new couch. You couldn't be on a carpet or, God forbid.
Cats are assholes.
Cats are assholes.
Here's the worst part of it, okay? I normally have furball duty in the house, right? I pick up the mess. That's just part of my job. But when I'm not home, all right, somebody just covers it with a paper towel and waits for me to get home to take care of it.
Wow.
Well, you're not exactly going to cover this one with a paper towel on the couch. So I tell the wife, that listen, I can get there in a couple hours to use the extractor and clean it, but you got to get it off the couch, right? So I don't know what this bitch does. I don't know what the fuck she's thinking, but she grabs the cleaner that comes with the couch and then dumps the shit on there and then starts blotting it, like fucking just blotting everywhere, and made this big fucking orange ring. I come home like, what the fuck is that? So I get the extractor out, then I start sucking it up, and I think it's all wet. You can't really tell. Shit dries. It's still fucking there. Like, I don't know what the hell she did, but she just made it even worse.
Oh,
thankfully,
dude, I did that once.
Yeah. I just wanted to scream. Like, what the hell are you thinking? You're better off not doing anything than what you did. So CJ,
wait a minute,
you may be onto something.
Women were invented for queening. How does she not know how to queen?
Not this one. This one fell off the assembly line. All right.
Wow.
I was watching my grandparents' dog, and I didn't know they said feed it, so I just set the food bowl down there. I didn't know you're supposed to. It's a tiny little dog. You're supposed to just get a half a cup and put down there for her. She ate as much as she could and found it herself. She came into the living room and just started puking everywhere and then shitting. And so I'm sitting there like, well, fuck. I'm trying to, same thing, blotting it up, trying to get it up. Couldn't do shit. Couldn't find the carpet scrubber. So my poor grandma had to come home from the hospital and clean up after the dog.
Wait, was she in the hospital or was she working at the hospital?
No. My grandpa was in the hospital. He after his knee surgery, he had an ulcer. So he was bleeding out in his stomach. So, anyways, but the dog threw up everywhere, and here I was, fucking clusterfuck. But I just had to leave it because I needed to go. I had shit to do.
Oh, damn.
But definitely it gets bigger. That's the thing. I'm saying I've been in your wife's situation before. It's not her fault. She did her best, and she tried. So you should give her an A for that effort.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been in any of those?
Best, do my best.
Any of those other situations where like it's not your mess, well, or maybe it's somebody's like your situation, Randy, where it's like you're partially to blame, but also not. So like,
right, I didn't buy the
like
dog.
one time I was at a friend of a friend's house kind of thing for kid's birthday party, and I just went to the bathroom
chicks in front of people.
No, so I just went to the bathroom, flushed the toilet, go to wash my hands, and then the toilet's overflowing. And I'm like,
oh, it happens to me all the time.
Like, what do I do? I don't know where anything is to stop it or clean it or
yank the water off on the thing and just leave it.
Well, but you know what I'm saying. So, but then there's already like by the time I'm already noticing it, it's already getting all over the ground. I'm like, well, what the fuck do I do? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to just
soak it up with a towel and then throw it in the shower.
Yeah, and then just walk away.
Yeah.
And
Then
so I
blame it
just,
on
I'll
some
go
kid.
get someone. I'm like, hey, go get my buddy. And I'm like, hey, man, I don't know what happened, but it's overflowing. So they go off and they're trying to fix it. And all I'm thinking is, I wish I could have done something, but like, it's not. But you guys ever in any of those other situations?
Yeah, in my first house, I had a machete next to the toilet just so I could cut my turds up because they were so large. I couldn't, like, that toilet sucked ass. All right, it just couldn't handle what I was putting out at the time.
You had to dice them up, yeah.
Yeah, and these are the kind of turds that if you've heard my rolling off the sheet story from NFHC episode, I think it was 172, then you know what I do whenever I shit. So these turds were something to contend with.
Just flush in the middle of it.
I lost my virginity on the
pulling
toilet.
it out of your butt as it's going in.
like
Just reach under there.
like trimming spaghetti to size.
It's gross, Ray. It's gross. Goddamn. So
No,
pet story.
I don't
Fantastic.
actually poop. My nurse just has to extract the fecal matter from my asshole.
That's so sexy.
Dude, is that true? Are you telling
Yeah,
a
just
story?
turn
Is
it
that for real?
No, that's a joke. I was making a joke.
Oh, okay.
I can poop.
'Cause-
man.
Yeah, when I was in nursing
The next thing I
school,
wanted to...
there was they were talking about, it was in pathophysiology class. Never forget this shit. We were talking about some of the things you might have to do as a nurse, and we were talking about impactions. And old people tend to get them, or if you have like really bad incontinence problems, where you get like a solidified hunk of shit that you can't get out of there. And so they can't pass it normally, so a nurse will have to like put on some gloves and go in there and like dig the thing out. And this one chick just stood up and said, I don't think I can do that. Just walked out of the class, never saw her again.
Wow.
Nice.
My brother-in-law did that when we were studying to be an EMT, and they showed the video with the two lesbians having the baby in a water tub, because you have to deliver a baby sometimes whenever you're an EMT. And he got up and walked out of that $8,000 class, so that was cool.
Wow. Adam, it's funny you mentioned the impacted shit story, because when I was a sophomore in high school, I was on the wrestling team, okay, and we had this really intense coach, Coach Walsh, right? Really intense, like just a fucking miserable human being, just super. You know those guys are just always intense. They got veins popping out of the no matter what. Yeah, he's just sitting there reading a book and fucking veins popping out. So he's super intense. That's what I'm trying to say. So he was trying to explain what like commitment was, commit, all that shit you need to do to focus on your task and win, that type of stuff, right? And he's like, and I go home to my 85-year-old mother, and I've reached my hand into her asshole to pull shit out from her because it's impacted. So let me tell you about commitment. And I was like, whoa, dude, what the fuck?
This fucking guy.
Sophomore,
He
just needed to talk to someone.
Rex Kwon Do.
Like.
He's like, does anyone think that I'm a loser because I go home to Sheila at night? Forget about it. Yeah. Jesus.
Impacted shit, man. God damn, that's no joke. Like, you don't
when
fuck
my
around
dad
with
was
that stuff.
when my dad was in the nursing home, his roommate got impacted shit all the time. So like in nursing homes, like they don't tell you this, but all old people do is fuck. Like you just hear it just slow.
Yes.
Like
They
all
do.
you hear it all
Oh,
day
God.
long. Like you hear it through the hallways, and it's just gross. And and like I was having to spend like 12 hours a day there to watch him
Gross,
because
just
nobody was
hearing
taking care of him.
Hearing about it.
Yeah. And it's just that slow, like just, and they have to go and get the little thing to lift them up sometimes onto the person. I don't know. That really ruined my 17-year-old year, my whole year, because I had to do that for a year.
That kind of segues into something I wanted to talk about. Didn't know if I could. I can edit. Well, Ray can edit this out if we need to. But Crippled Jesus, you are in a new living facility, aren't you?
I am in a nursing home.
Can we talk about that, or is that not something you want to talk about? Because I used to work in nursing homes.
What do you want to know?
Oh, I got so many questions now. Okay, so you're in a nursing home. Are you in an age-appropriate nursing home, or are you with a bunch of like old fucking people who are just having sex all the time, like Randy says? Because that's true. That happens.
Well, I haven't seen any sex, but there is a lot of dementia around.
Yeah.
Open your eyes.
Yeah.
So that checks
So
out.
like, I grew up in nursing homes because my mother was a nurse, and she worked in several nursing homes growing up, and she would work nights, and there's nobody to watch me, so I spent several nights in a nursing home. I had some crazy guy threaten to kill me one night. That was awesome. And then I went to work in a nursing home, and I worked in a nursing home for 5 years as a custodian and then as a medical records guy. So I've seen the best and the worst of nursing homes. So
There's the best time.
Like, do you have your own room, or is like some guy staring at you right now as you're podcasting with us?
No, it's an apartment. I have my own apartment.
Oh.
And I have one of those life alert things that I push
Okay.
when I need to piss in the bottle.
Oh, so you're like in assisted living.
Yeah.
Oh, so goddamn. See, CJ.
That's why you're not seeing the sex, buddy. Just
I got no
to the
fucking
main
other
hub.
questions. Yeah, no, my man's living in assisted living. That's cool. All right. Then I don't have any more questions then, because I can't talk about nurses helping you shit and diapers
I
and
used
all
to
that
deliver
stuff. Not that
cakes to
you
nursing
wear
homes.
any, but
Well, eventually, when I become so much of an alcoholic that I can't control my bathroom functions.
we used to, at the nursing home I worked at, there used to be a trash chute. It was 3 floors, and there was a trash chute. So instead of having, the CNAs and the nurse, they'd all throw everything into the trash chute. There was no compactor, however, okay? So it was an open container that we'd have to roll out and then piece by piece throw all those bags and trash into the compactor, okay? It was the worst part of the fucking job. It was awful. That is where I held my first piece of human shit in a gloved hand, okay? Because for whatever reason, these nurses, these fucking asshole nurses, did not like using bags to put the adult diapers in. So they would just throw the adult diapers fucking just right in the trash chute. Boom, here you go. And fucking spilled all over the place. And like you're reaching down and grab, like, oh, what the fuck is that? And then, fuck, it was terrible. Just fucking awful.
First time I held human shit in my hand, I was helping my grandma. She was a custodian for 28 years at the local high school. And I was helping her during summer school session clean for some extra money. And one of the summer school kids took a shit in the sink. And to build character, she told me to go and take care of that. So,
wow.
That just
child
reminds
abuse. I'm so
me
sorry.
that the children really are our future, Randy.
Wow, all right. CJ, are you still gambling? Are you winning money in poker? Did you do well at the Super Bowl?
gambling. I'm
Last time we talked to you was
actually-
right before the Super Bowl.
So while we're podcasting right now, I'm
Yeah.
on my phone gambling.
hell yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
So,
Ray, pay
yeah,
attention, 'cause you're gonna
I'm
need that.
still gambling.
Yeah.
Are you winning, son?
I am down about $800 since the beginning of this
Wow.
year.
That's a lot of money. Okay.
Well,
You
you
should
know,
check out the new
it's
AEW
all
casino
money.
game.
It's all money of the wonderful taxpayers of this great country.
Yeah. So
I'm
it's
so
gonna
happy
take
to
laws.
be a taxpayer.
Yeah. It's all made up anyways. How is college going for you, bud? Are you doing well in your classes?
Well, this is post-academic probation. It's illegal for me to be funny in a class. If I'm caught
be hard on
being
you.
funny, they will expel me from said university. And I'll probably just go to a community college if anything happens. But
Switch to WGU, where you can go online for, it's like $5,000 a year, and you get 6 months terms, and it's competency based, so you just do one course at a time.
I'm thinking about University of Michigan because our Asians at my university right now, they look like boys because they're poor. And I've noticed that all the hot Asians, the rich ones, are in Ann Arbor. So I think I should just go to school there.
Yeah.
Careful, your COVID cases are surging up there, man. Just be careful
Yep.
with that shit.
Well,
Goddamn,
it's
that
because
England
of all
is running a
it's
mile.
because of all the Asian pussy that's prowling around there, man. That's why.
Yeah. No Asian hate crimes being perpetrated by CJ, Ray. So you got an ally. You got an ally there.
Yeah, he loves them Asians.
So CJ, I know your first love is the black female. But what is your second? What is your second love?
Women or gambling?
Their feet.
Women. Yeah,
okay.
This is a Sex and Shit Stories podcast.
Puerto Rican chicks are pretty good.
So wait, so you're a tits man. Puerto Rican chicks are known for their beautiful posteriors. How do you reconcile this?
They're not mutually exclusive.
I like the Puerto Rican for like the olive colored skin. It's the same reason I like Italian chicks. We actually talked about this on the podcast, but my mom's cousin has a daughter, and she's hot as fuck, and wanted to fuck her for a long time. And she's got like that metal soprano thing going on, but without the weird nose. So
yeah,
she's just really hot.
Well, how can she be Italian without a weird nose?
Well,
yeah, you get careful with the Italian chicks though; they're very hairy.
It may
be not a joke.
That she might be Jewish or maybe half Irish. I'm not sure. But either way, she's great. She's premium.
Did you subscribe to her OnlyFans?
So good. Yeah. What's the address? We'll get everybody to subscribe. No. All right. So last week we discovered that Ray is going to be taking a trip, all right? And Ray wasn't planning on telling us until tomorrow night, so Randy and I would be scrambling to put together a show. Like, Ray's a big fucking asshole sometimes, right? Yeah. But it turns out Ray is taking a trip down to Texas. Now, one of the people on the show here lives in the free state of Texas, all right?
That's
Adam, around in the Houston area. So, Ray, where are you traveling to? Let's try to hook you guys up, because I want to vicariously hug Adam through you, if possible.
I will be residing Thursday through Monday in the Dallas area. I don't know how far that is from Houston.
4.5 hours.
Oh, so that's
God damn, that's too big of a state. Jesus Christ, 4.5 hours to get in northern New Hampshire.
Man, I made that drive many a times because I grew up in the DFW area. Now, if you're going out there, there's a place you got to go. Okay, Joe T. Garcia's. It's in the Fort Worth Stockyards. That place is badass. They recently added menus, but for the longest time, you could either have the Mexican dinner or the fajitas. Those are your only options, and you just get the Mexican dinner because it's badass. You know, you just say, give me the dinner. They'll bring you out a ton of shit. It's all fucking awesome. And
you hear that, Ray?
Sounds cool.
Ray's part Mexican. I mean, his wife's Mexican, so Ray's part Mexican. Mm-hmm. So his kids are half Mexican.
By association.
Half Mexican, part quarter Chinese.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Huh. Exactly. I learned so much from this podcast. Like, I learned that I can put stuff in the notes. I learned that, Ray's part Mexican because his wife is, like...
Yeah.
So educational.
Married into it. I'm married into becoming Mexican.
Adam, what are the chances you can take a 4.5 hour drive up this weekend and visit Ray and see his wife and tell her she's hot?
Hey, it's only like
not at all.
2 hours.
I got previous obligations, man. I'm talking to lawyers. I'm fucking busting maneuvers. I own my own company, man, and I got a full-time job. But actually breaking away for something like that is something that's really hard for me to do. I've been meaning to get up to the DFW area too, because that's where all my old high school friends are and shit, and they're still there.
What if Ray came down to you? Like, what if he left his wife one night and came out to hang?
Yes, we can make that happen.
Yeah? You hear that, Ray?
There you go,
can have
Ray.
the time of your life with Adam from Houston shooting motherfuckers. Like, get there.
Yeah, let's exact some revenge on some fools.
Now, I used to hustle in Houston, man, so I know a bunch of ins and outs down in the Houston area. Like,
you get so many drugs.
Well, there's a bunch of really cool places. Like, I know this place that used to be a speakeasy back in the 20s that became a brothel house in the 60s that now is a hippie bar where you can smoke weed like a free man.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Ray's into that. All right. What else can we do? You have any place where Ray can take a psychedelic trip somewhere?
Yeah, man. Like, out in the country, man. There's all sorts of people I know that are just out in the fucking sticks in the middle of damn nowhere, where you can just go out there. I mean, like, you know, just call it some friends, be like, hey, we're going out to the country, bring your guns. They just go out there, go out shooting shit. Now, I'm not allowed to touch firearms, so I'm not going to handle anything. Although Texas is a funny place. I can still handle a black powder weapon. It's weird how that works because it's not a firearm because there's no firing pin and it doesn't have a manufactured bullet. So you can go all like 1880 on somebody. That's still legit for some fucking reason.
You can shoot a cannon.
Yeah, shoot a cannon, shoot fucking a flamethrower, awesome. Bow and arrow, air gun. But... not anything with a manufactured bullet or something that has a firing pin.
Wow. See, Ohio took away my gun rights whenever I got my medical marijuana card. So.
Oh, that fucking really sucks. Yeah, that's ridiculous. They did that.
It's pretty terrible.
Hey, Randy, can you imagine if, like, on Saturday we're getting texts in the group chat, like from Ray, but it's not Ray? It's like, hey, this is Ray's wife. He said he was following a coyote out to the desert, and I haven't seen him in 2 days. You guys heard anything? Wouldn't that be fucking wild?
Yeah, I'd be pretty worried.
Ray, don't do that to Consuela, man. She's a good woman.
she is. Yes, Consuela. I love that you gave my wife a name.
Well,
if you do come out here, by the way, man, I got a log cabin in my backyard.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Ray,
not even kidding.
It looks like giant Lincoln logs.
Like it's old trees that were cut down on my property that turned into a log cabin. I got nice. It's a fucking log cabin. I was like, I'm gonna make something. So I didn't do most of the work. In fact, I hardly did any, but my neighbor did. So yeah, there's a fucking log cabin back there.
Nice.
I'm going to build a log cabin.
Perfect place to do DMT.
Come visit.
Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it,
would it be good for shrooms? Because I'm looking for my friend Mike's looking for a place to start doing shrooms at.
Yeah, man. Because it's a bunch of forested area and shit, and you know, you'll just be hanging out, and then the neighbor comes. My neighbor's cooler than a fan, man. A black dude that rides his horse around the neighborhood.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of horses and shit. And
does he have a cowboy hat?
No, doesn't wear a cowboy hat, but he does have a ridiculously big belt buckle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's Texas enough.
Ray, you got to buy a belt buckle.
Does he sell propane and propane accessories?
Yeah. Oversized belt, like a belt buckle that's as big as your stomach, kind of thing. Like
a belt buckle so you can let everyone know that
you're the fucking champion.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you know what sucks about being fat? No belt buckles.
Yeah. All right. So Adam, so since Ray's probably not going to get down to Houston because he's an asshole, so what should he be looking to do while he's in Dallas?
Well, check this out. This is what I would love to do. So see if you can give me some tips on how to do this. Okay. So it's cheerleading families. Now, at some point, one of the nights, I'm sure the parents will go out. One or two of them is going to watch all the kids in the hotel, that kind of thing, right? So the vast majority are women. All right. There's probably going to be like me and at least two, if not maybe like three other guys there. They're not a lot of men. So if we can figure out a way to go to a place that they're going to just love, right? But not understand where they're going until they get there. I see your you know where this is going. All right. What's your suggestion?
On 35 East, there's a place called the Clubhouse. Mm-hmm. And this is a strip club that's half owned by Pantera.
Okay.
It's a great new social media platform, too.
Now we're in my wheelhouse, strip club. Okay.
Yeah, take them out to the fucking Texas strip clubs, man. Because Texas is all about big asses and fake tits, man. And it's not the kind of same glam that you see from California. It's a little bit more white trashy, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I bet there's a stripper named Trisha in there.
Oh, guaranteed.
Well, I have a cousin named Trisha.
If it's not Trisha, it's Trisha Lynn.
She's a stripper.
Yeah, it was my uncle's first kid, that he had with the lady that moved to Oregon. Huh.
Man, I need the world to open up again because when it does, I got to get Rich Dickman to finance a trip. We'll fucking pick up CJ, bring him down to Texas. We'll all get down to Texas, right? And just go fucking crazy with Adam. I mean, if you're not busy, of course, sir. I'm so sorry to interrupt your business and all the other bullshit.
I just can't take off a full day. But now, if you're coming to me, yeah, we can make something happen. You know, let me know ahead of time. We'll do a bunch of shit off the record.
Fantastic. Ray, do you have any more Texas questions?
No, so you kind of you did the 2-for-1. I was going to ask you what should I do because here's how this works. My kids each perform once a day.
Okay.
So a total of 2 performances a day, and they perform at least Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and their routines are a whopping 2.5 minutes each. So I literally go all the way to Texas for this long to watch them for a combined 15 minutes of performing. And watching other kids do cheerleading, I couldn't really care less, right? Like, I don't care. I don't care about your other people from Texas doing cheerleading.
Be kind of weird if you did.
So, yeah, exactly, right? Well, I'll say this. The one that's actually kind of fun to watch is when they get, like, the little, like, 5-year-olds out there that are really bad. But they're just adorable. They're just
what the
they
fuck?
just run into each other and stuff. Okay, you're making it weird. So in between, usually what happens in between is I would like to go kill time, but it sounds like the nighttime activities and me killing time during the day, same place. I'm just going to make myself super comfortable at that strip club. You know what? Your advice was sound.
Yeah,
I like it.
no, another thing that's
so
big
glad
in the
my dog's
Dallas
tiny.
area is like underground street racing and shit like that. Or at least it was last time I was
with
there.
the rental car.
Yeah, if you can check out like Hoonigan or 1320 or something like that and see where people are gathering for their weird shenanigans and shit like that. Yeah,
Race
you can
for
see some
slips.
shit.
Are those underground tunnels left over by the Tremors?
No, man, it's just off the record. You're killing me, Smalls. Now, man, at a Hot Import Nights way back in the day, I saw one of the coolest fucking things. This dude had an RX-7, the one with like the rotary engine. It's not a regular motor. And he revved this thing so damn high, it blew the motor apart. And when these things fail, they don't like throw a rod or throw a piston or something like that. Like the whole casing explodes out.
boom.
And it just went boom,
Fucking
then
boom.
blew the front of the hood like straight up. That shit's
Jesus
bad
Christ.
fucking ass. People
Wow.
in Texas are fucking crazy with their cars, man.
Yeah.
California too.
So, CJ, Ray is going to be around a whole bunch of cheerleading moms and a few dudes. What do you think here, CJ? Do you think I know Ray's married, right? And I know all this stuff, but do you think he should be out trying to have a little bit of see how far he can get? Like, I'm not saying go through with it, Ray. What I'm asking CJ is, I'm like, should Ray see how far he can get before he says, you know what, bitch, I'm
Ray. I am saying right now, go through with it for the podcast.
No. What you should do is try to get 2 of these moms that are single, that are desperate for attention, liquor it up and see if you can get them to hook up with each other.
yes, that's a
that's
Hulhauser
fair.
move. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Hulhauser
Ray-
would have everybody there doing an orgy with the 3 guys and all.
Oh
the
yeah,
moms.
no, everybody would be naked. Yeah. Dicks would be in all
Hookers
sorts
and
of holes.
8-balls
It'd be-
everywhere.
Yeah. Oh my god, Ray,
this is gonna-
what you should do is make a vlog. You should be recording this on your phone, and we
Yes.
can make a Rich Dickman video out of it. I'll send it to Cody.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. He could just edit that thing together. It'll be great. So, I mean, this is going to sound really mean, but a lot of these moms are I'll just say it, they're broken. They don't they were married. They're not anymore.
They're
They're
not
living
anymore.
vicariously through their kids. They're living
wow.
vicariously through their kids. You know what? If you give them, it's literally that thing, right? You give them a bunch of attention, they're gonna love it. They are going to absolutely love it. They love it when their kids are getting attention, and if they're getting even more attention, their hearts are going to melt, right?
Dude.
At that point, I think you're onto something. Get them some drinks in them, and we could really, get
See
the
what
cameras rolling.
Consult Priory Society before you go for extra tips, man. Like they're totally
Yeah,
into
there you
this.
I heard your wife
You can
doesn't
offer
care if it's a
158.
10 or a 3-way.
Yeah,
No, she doesn't.
as long as she gets the reconnection
Sexy
sex
sex.
afterwards. Yes.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yes.
All right. Hey, you have any more Texas questions, Ray? Beans, barbecue, anything? Are you good?
I think that's about it because I mean I've been to Texas, so
Adam,
I got some
have
family
a
that lives there,
Texas
so, you know.
question, and I've
Oh, yeah.
never asked it on the podcast, so I guess I'll ask it here. Could I, a retard, execute the retarded in Texas?
Yes, they love executing people here. God, I'm trying to remember when they really fought for that. I want to say it was in the 90s. They fought all the way to the Supreme Court to try to execute a retard. And,
yeah, I've always wanted to execute a retard.
Well, actually, I take that back. The Supreme Court shot him down. Every single Supreme Court case that's ever been brought to, like, all the way up to the Supreme Court by Texas, they've lost because they constantly fight the dumbest shit.
That's just big retard keeping Texas down.
Fucking big retard, Jesus.
So how does one execute a retard? Is this like a Make-A-Wish thing where you're the only person that has that wish? So they're like, I guess, like the one
just put them outside
comes
and
up,
shut the door.
they're like, you can pull the switch because how many other people are like, I want to pull the switch.
Well, Make-A-Wish is lame, and they wouldn't grant me my original wish anyway, which was to go on a coke bender with Charlie Sheen and stab someone. They told me no to that, so I went to this world instead.
It's not the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's the Crush a Dream Foundation. What the heck, man? That's not cool.
Yeah. All right. So something we do here on the Rich Dickman Show, and I'm so glad we have a couple guests tonight to help us out, but we like to give advice. As you all know, I'm a professional advice giver, former professional advice giver, in a little podcast known as Torn Think Tank. All right? And my old co-host decided she's not going to podcast anymore. So fuck her. But let's get into some thinking with the old Dickman. Yeah.
You want segments?
Since 2012.
You got segments.
Boom, I'm a pro. Fuck you, Jules. You suck.
It's
go cry
with your
Go be vulnerable on Twitter, you terrible human being. All right, Ray. What do you got for everybody tonight?
So Jake writes in, I'm one of the many people who has been adversely affected by the pandemic, specifically from an economic standpoint. I'm not trying to raise a debate, however, just looking for some advice to kick things back into gear once restrictions are hopefully lifted soon. See, I used to be a fairly successful restaurant owner / operator. It was a small place that served American food. Nothing too special about it, other than the environment was friendly and laughs were heard aplenty. Shortly after the pandemic hit, I was forced to close the restaurant and essentially lost everything. Here's my dilemma. Once restrictions are lifted, I fear a lot of new restaurants will open. And since I would like to continue in the business, or the restaurant business, I don't want to get lost in the shuffle. Do you have any tips to help make my restaurant stand out? I'm only an average chef, so it isn't like I can create world-class recipes or wow folks with the quality of food. Any help you can offer is appreciated. Thanks.
Oh, I got this.
Have a patio, make it weed friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What state is this,
Instead
Ray?
of using plates...
It doesn't say, but my guess, if it's soon, restrictions lifted soon, I think California can be on that list. Maybe maybe they wrote this right before some of these other states operate.
Okay,
but my guess
is
it's one of those metropolitan areas like California.
All right, Randy, I'm sorry. What were you saying, buddy? Adam says weed
I was going to
friendly.
say so. Yeah, instead of using plates, to save money, just use parchment paper and put them on the tables and serve, your American food right on those. We got a place in my hometown called Hickey's that's been on the Food Network that does that. Works great for them. Just steal that. It saves you money. People think it's, it's novel. It's different for them. So
it's like, holy shit, we're eating on the table, man. This is awesome.
Right.
That's good. I like that.
Because people are stupid.
You have anything? Yeah, I know. Adam, any more to weed friendly or just weed friendly?
Well, if you do have a patio area and you don't tell them that they can smoke weed back there, but you don't tell them that they can't either, and you just don't crack down on it and you really don't give a shit, if it's kind of understood that that's the place to go where you can sit there and light up a joint outside and eat your American food or something like that, hell yeah, why the hell wouldn't you want to be able to do something like that? And it's just becoming more and more weed friendly every day. You got freaking the Koch brothers trying to push for legalizing weed. John Boehner, the former Speaker of the House, is a weed lobbyist now. It's only a matter of time, and people stop caring in general.
Yeah.
So if you can get ahead
Look at
of
New
the
York.
curve on that type of thing,
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time
In
for
New
you to be
York,
able to have like weed items on the menu.
Wherever you can smoke cigarettes, you can smoke weed. CJ, do you have any advice for our friend here looking to keep his business going?
Yeah,
American
so let your patrons smoke inside and just pay whatever government fine you have to pay. And
They
then
have to be in Kentucky.
also
Yeah.
hire a hostess with big tits.
Good advice.
Yeah,
Solid.
that helps.
Just one?
Especially a male
that's
hostess
given.
with big tits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Like, I know we're not supposed to say
Just
things like
one
that,
hostess
but I
with
mean,
big
that shit
tits.
helps. Yeah. CJ, if they're paying all the fines, do you think they would have to raise their prices on their food?
Yeah, but me as a cigar smoker, I would pay extra for that food just because I can smoke and eat hot dogs like Babe Ruth.
Okay. All right.
I
So,
have more advice
let me ask.
that I just thought of.
Oh, okay. Go
Sorry,
ahead,
Ren.
Randy.
Well, what I was going to say is what you could do is build a basement for your restaurant and work with the Russians and have them send spies over to work in your restaurant so that they can learn the American language and the way, the mannerisms before they go out to the field. And then you help them, you get a guy who helps place them in jobs where they're custodians at big firms or limo drivers so that they can listen to everything and, just capture all that data and get it back to Mother Russia.
Yeah. Oh, and hire
and
also
they'll
hire
pay you
illegals
handsomely.
under the table. That like
Yeah.
they'll
Well,
actually
illegal
work.
Russians is what I'm
cheap
talking
labor.
about. Yep.
Well, yeah, do both so they can learn Spanglish and Russian.
Yep.
Yeah. Spanglish. Ray, put that in the title suggestions. Okay. So, first of all, gentlemen, all 7 of you, whoever's here, I can't remember now. When you
Don't count me
think
as 3
American
people.
food, shout what you think American food is. I say burgers. Go. What's American
Burgers.
food?
Hot dogs,
Pizza.
conies.
No, that's
I
not
thought
pizza.
pizza.
I'm wrong.
Pizza.
It's not
No, no, no.
fries. No, those are French. God damn it. I'm the
No.
fat guy. I should have this on lock. Burgers. You're right.
Yeah, Ray.
Burgers. It's definitely burgers.
Yeah. Okay.
Chicken wings.
So when you think, all right, chicken wings, that's another one. All right. So you think American food, things pop to your mind. Okay, great. Italian food. What do you think when you think of Italian food? Pasta.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Lasagna.
Yeah,
Lasagna
right?
For dinner tonight.
Gabagool.
Okay. Gabagool, that's right. You think British food, what do you get? Blood sausage, right?
Fish and
Fucking
chips.
Shepherd's pie.
Fish and chips.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And Irish food, anything boiled. Okay. So let me ask you.
Potato.
Ham
gentlemen,
sandwiches.
all right? When I say what's Canadian food, give me an answer.
Maple syrup.
French food.
Shit, what's that called? Not the foie gras.
Quinoa.
Yeah.
And this is why Canada
said
is the
it.
shittiest country on earth. I know Ray said poutine, okay, but it takes
poutine,
It takes
That's
a very
it,
cultured.
poutine. That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to think of.
It takes a cultured individual like Ray who lives in northern fucking California to say poutine, okay? Because Adam in Texas couldn't figure it out. CJ has no idea what poutine is, and he lives in fucking
I
Michigan,
love
okay?
poutine.
Never heard of
I'm
it.
trying to think
I'm all
of.
up in
CJ, don't shit on my point.
poutine.
Yeah,
Hey, one
CJ
time-
loves poontang.
One time I went to Toronto in 1999. I was in Toronto. Went to a
Me
restaurant.
too.
We said, "What's your most Canadian meal?" And they said, "A hamburger and fries."
Yeah,
The
exactly.
poutine with maple syrup.
Well, go to
I'm
Quebec,
gonna take this-
man. That's where you got to go for the real food.
I gotta take this moment
hear
to
it.
shit on Canada. Everything that's not French, French Canada, that's an exception. Okay, we're gonna take French
What about
Canada. We're
Kevin
gonna
Owens?
remove French Canada away. Yeah, Quebec is awesome. Montreal, fantastic. Love it. Great food.
I think
French
we
is
should
great.
annex
But it's-
Alberta for the oil. And I
But
think
it's
they would
French.
be down with
Yeah,
it because
yeah,
they're
why not?
taxed at such a high rate.
Let me tell you something, Canada.
Universal
Your country
healthcare.
sucks. You have, your universal health care is bullshit. You have the population of basically Florida. Okay, you have 10 million more people than Florida. Fuck you, Canada. And all you assholes who think you're involved in American politics, and like especially you fucking World of Warcraft podcasters who might listen to this show, you're a fucking piece of shit and your country sucks. All right. So anyways, Jake, what you can
Canada
do is you can
sucks,
serve
man.
Canadian
Everybody's
food. You
still
can serve
got a
poutine.
gun, but they don't shoot each other. What the fuck is up with that?
Right.
Yeah.
I want to argue in favor for Canada, okay? And it's simply
Fuck you,
just
CJ. No,
because it's just because the skills of their prime minister. Have you seen the way that guy puts blackface on? It's very
Yeah, he's real
skilled.
good at it. Black and brown face.
Trudeau is very skilled in the art of blackface. That's all I had to say.
That's funny. All right, so I'm curious. What's your advice to Jake here?
Serve Canadian food.
Oh, okay.
Because this shit doesn't exist. So you'd be the only fucking restaurant doing it, right? Poutine, serve fucking poutine, and then burgers.
And then when people walk in, they say, sorry, eh?
No,
yeah, sorry, welcome.
But you make sure to butter and toast the bun every time, and then you put a thin layer of mayonnaise, and then you toast that again so that it melts into the bun. That shit is fucking good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like, especially if you put Philly meat on that. God, that sounds so good to me right now. I just ate Taco Bell.
And let me tell you something, Jake, I know you say you're not the greatest cook in the world and all that stuff. Let me tell you what, all right? Cooking isn't that hard. All right, here's this. Everybody, Jake.
I disagree.
The 4, 5, 7 of you in the audience, and then the 7.5 of you listening. Or actually, I think we went down a little bit to 6 because when NFHC took a shit on our podcast, we lost a bunch of listeners. But let me tell you something. Cooking is easy once you learn how to make things taste the way you want them to. Okay, that's my advice I've been given all my life. Learn how salt works, okay? Learn how all the little seasonings and all the little things you do. Learn how all that works, and you'll learn how to make your food taste the way you want it to, and you can cook anything. It's great. Yeah, this summer I'm gonna be doing cooking videos, Ray. I'm gonna teach you how to make vodka sauce, right? Fucking easy.
We should change your name to Captain Obvious. Holy crap, man! Of course, food's gonna taste good when you figure out how to make things taste like you want to.
Adam, I know it sounds obvious, but there's people who cannot do that. They have no ability to adjust the salt level in their food to make it taste good.
Exactly. They just put the ingredients together, and then they eat it, and they go, this doesn't taste right.
Look,
if you do too much salt, put a little sugar.
Get a salt and pepper shaker that just has salt and pepper in it mixed all together, and you put just a little bit of that on everything.
That's what
there you go.
In-N-Out,
that's all you got to do
to
make it so the shit's not bland.
They just have a bucket with salt and pepper mixed in it. And one time this guy came in, he's like, what's in that salt shaker? And we're like, it's just salt and pepper. He's like, no. Like, what's in it? And we're like, it's just salt and pepper. And the guy was so convinced it was something else. We literally went over to him, took a water cup and poured it in there and handed it to him. And he was just like mind blown. He just thought there's somehow, some way, some like super secret seasoning or something. There's salt and pepper. All you got to do is use just good ingredients and then use them properly. That's it.
Listen, my mother-in-law has no idea how seasoning works in food, and she's 60-something years old at this point, okay? So, Adam, I know it's maybe... no, she doesn't, thank God. To you and me, Adam, it might be easy, okay? And it might be just obvious, right? But that's what I've found to explain people how to cook things. You got to know how to make it taste the way you want it to, how to use salt, right? People are scared of salt. People think, salt's going to raise my blood pressure. It's going to affect my heart. No. Salt is a flavor enhancer. You need a little bit of salt in just about everything. Like salt on a chocolate chip cookie, Randy. You love that shit, don't you?
Yeah, it's the best. I always eat salt on my chocolate chip cookies with milk.
I
like to put the salt directly in the milk so that I just fucking go... and it gets a little salt on there. Of course, it's spoiled milk. It's curdled, so it all sticks to it, and it just comes out, and it's all stringy with the salt.
Have you guys heard that?
That's my favorite way.
That secret recipe where you just make chocolate milk and you take a pinch of salt, you put it in there. You ever tried that?
Yeah. You put a pinch of salt in everything. God, it's amazing. You just gotta know how to use it. That's all. That's what I'm saying. So, Jake, really. Do Canadian food, do poutine. You'll have a whole bunch of fucking white women lining up out the goddamn door to get your, oh my God, it's Canadian food. Let's go out tonight. That type of shit, okay? And if you're weed friendly, like Adam says, my God, you're going to do just fine. All right.
Yeah. Also say you're using Angus beef and don't.
Here's what I would do. If you're not confident in your cooking ability and you really don't think that that's what's going to draw people there, you eliminate that as an obstacle. So what you do is you name the place something like Office Supplies and Company. Like we have like Sourdough and Co. Right? So you do like Office Supplies and Co. or something like that. And then everything on the menu, you name it like the stapler. Or the ream of paper.
The alcohol.
Yeah. Or like printer ink. Things like that, right? And exactly. So you like the office chair. Normally an office chair is what? $150, $250 somewhere in that price range, right?
If you're fat, it's over 400.
Yeah, but the office chair is not one beer. That's like 30 beers, right? So when you go and you pay and then you go back to the office with that receipt, it gets expensed. You know how many people are going to go? They don't care if the food's any good. They're going to that fucking restaurant. They're eating there every day at lunch, whatever the hell you're serving, because it's all expensed, and to them, it's free. Your cooking could be complete trash, and you still make out like a bandit. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Make it so you can scam people on business expenses.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, what CJ, they do, how they pay, and what they do once they leave the restaurant is none of your concern.
CJ, how's the food where you are, buddy? Do you cook your own stuff, or do people cook it for you, or you just order something?
I order a lot of food. I actually ordered the worst food in my life the other day.
Oh, God.
It was...
Five Guys?
No. It was from a place called Mr. Pizza. And they sell Coney Island shit there. And I was like, you know what? I want some chili cheese fries with my pizza. So I got some. And it's
so awful.
The chili that they used with the paste. There wasn't any real beef in the chili because there was no lump in there. It was the paste.
How you guys feel about cinnamon in your chili? The Cincinnati style.
That's just fucking gross.
You go fuck yourself, Adam from Houston.
You go fuck yourself.
You go fuck yourself.
A man from Texas, chili is supposed to be like? No. Hell no.
No, I'm going to tell you from Cincinnati with the Greek, and we put it on conies.
You need to put Jesus in your
You are an affront to God.
Cinnamon and chili is...
He's not even drunk.
I don't know why.
You want to go, Adam from Houston? I ain't scared of you. I know. Well, actually, I am. Never mind. Let me get my shirt back on.
Well, I'm sorry for that painful experience, CJ. Adam will get you some good chili. All right, Ray.
Yes.
Ray, this next segment is for you, buddy. All right, I'm going to let you be in charge for about 5 minutes, but here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce this week's finalists for Dick of the Week.
Do the thing you were going to do.
And here's our first nominee.
I'm right back.
Yeah, so we had a little Twitter. I was actually on Twitter this week for the first time in, I spent a lot of time. And we had the show got posted, episode 153. And I typed in on Twitter, retweeted, said, just wait until you hear what happens, LOL. After Svenson, after Not for Human Consumption, it said, love the art on this one. Which, by the way, episode art, it's fire every week. But I misspelled here. Or maybe auto-corrected, I don't know, but it said heat. So just wait until you heat what happens, LOL. So Svenson just replies and types in the word here, HEAR. Okay. All right, Svenson. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is what are you, the grammar police? Like, you literally have nothing better to do with your life than go on Twitter and just start correcting people's grammar and doing other things like complaining about people in Florida and people going to Burger King. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I don't think that you're using your time wisely. Maybe you're taking out some aggression, Svenson, that we haven't done that bonus episode. But you know what? You're kind of digging your own grave here. Maybe I don't want to do the any sort of episode with you. What are you going to correct my everything that I say? I'll let you edit it, and you're just going to spend hours nitpicking everything. What do you guys think? Do you guys like grammar police on Twitter?
On Twitter?
Yeah, I misspell everything.
No, but I am a grammar cop myself because it's a fun thing to do, especially for people that are teachers. Oh, man.
Well, yeah.
So I learned more English in Latin class than I did in English class. So whenever I hear people misspeaking something and you give them a quick correction, it really fucking drives people insane. And I am a fan of getting under someone's skin. Like the one that I see all the time is people can't get lie and lay correctly. I'm going to go lie down. I'm gonna. Or hold on, actually, I got that backwards. Fuck, I fucked it up.
I love your shirt.
I'm
by
going
the
to
way,
lay
Adam.
down. Lie is something you do to something or someone else.
Well, and those are ones that, yeah. Okay, so it's pretty easy. Some of those you mix them up, and you know what? Plenty of times, people, right? Your phone's autocorrect. The best one is Rem keeps saying duck. I mean, you should see. Randy can attest to this. The group text, the word duck is like, what is it?
Everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
Every 4 sentences.
yeah,
Or every 4
that
texts.
word never starts with an F in the whole group text at all, not once.
Man, one time I tried
do we
to
know what the
text
point
my
is?
I tried to
Yeah.
text my parents happy anniversary and it auto-corrected anal.
Oh, wow! You must type anal a lot.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. But
I'm happy for
I'm
you.
actually a terrible speller. Like, that's something that I'm not very
Me
good
too.
at. I can recognize it if I see the word, but when it comes to something off the cuff, I usually can't spell it all that well, unless it's actually a really long, complicated word for some stupid fucking reason.
Oh, well, what I like is on my phone I have the little button where I can hit and say like tsunami whenever I need to type tsunami, and then it just spells
There
it
you go.
for me.
See, that's a
Ooh,
pro
And
tip.
so, yeah, it's on iPhones, so you should check it
I
out.
don't know. I think this was a pro move here, Ray, because you seem kind of like the perfectionist type that doesn't like to accept correction, and I can tell that he probably thought it would get your goat and that you might talk about it on the show. Man, yeah, he might be 3 steps ahead of you.
Yeah, except the problem with that is I wouldn't have cared if Rem didn't say something. Other than that,
But
it
what
was-
if
it
he
was,
saw that Rim would say something?
Yeah, you're giving Svenson a lot of credit.
Yeah, I am.
Sorry,
What did I
Svensson
say?
seems like a total Chad guy right here.
Svenson
you're
is a
amazing.
gem.
Ray, what did I say to cause this?
You said, put it in the notes.
Oh, well, you can't. You can't
Oh.
just. Well, no, there's got to be something better than.
Wait, what? So Svenson just corrected the spelling. You said, "God damn it, Svenson." I said, "Looks like we found a Dick of the Week nominee for episode 154," and you said, "Put it in the notes."
Yeah,
To
yeah.
me,
Don't
Oh,
forget.
I didn't reply.
no,
I didn't reply. Oh, I would have been on Svenson's side for sure. You gotta. You're representing the Rich Dickman show. This show is slightly better than mediocre. That means that. Well, no, you kind of did it right. You're on
exactly.
brand.
I nailed it. That's
I'm
the
sorry.
point.
I
nailed it.
apologize. Sorry, I'm sober. I'm not thinking the best.
You're trying to
I'm clearly not in the
overachieve.
right frame of
Accidentally
mind.
overachieving.
Yeah, you don't suck and you don't hustle. You live right in the middle. That's the rules of this
Every
show.
once in a while, you let the phone. You see that the phone auto corrected something. You kind of go, eh.
Like mine, when I type rim, it automatically capitalizes it,
Yep.
and I hate it.
And I never thought you were such a big fan of the band, but you know what? You learn something new every day. That's what we're saying on the
REM, yeah,
podcast.
REM, yeah.
Rapid eye movement.
There you go. Yeah. Oh,
Hell yeah,
fuck.
bro. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So you nominated Svenson. All right. CJ, do you have any nominations for Dick of the Week this week?
Andrew Cuomo. He sucks.
Oh yeah, that guy sucks.
Anything specifically? He's in his deadbeat dad summer though. He's legalizing weed. He's giving people vaccines left and right. I mean, he's being a deadbeat dad.
Well,
He's really trying to
it's
come
like-
back and make up for being an asshole.
I'm all for sexually assaulting your interns. I mean, who hasn't done it every now
But
and
own it, right?
It's a normal thing. But the way he hit on those women was so awkward, man. That guy's a dick. If you're gonna abuse your power, at least do it right.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a right way and a wrong way. And the right way, you don't get caught. And the wrong way is, as you see here.
The
Okay.
reason you
It's
got
a very
caught
good
is
statement.
because you asked a woman what's the oldest man she'd ever hugged before. Do you know how gay that is?
Sup, girl?
That's why you got caught.
Yeah. I just turned 40 and I
Yep.
know enough not to ask that. It's like, what's up,
That's so
girl? What's
fucking
the oldest
awkward,
man
bud.
you ever been with? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not. Yeah. Hey, by the way, so there's this girl who's kind of into my son at school, all right? So he comes home and he tells us about it. It's like, yeah, there's this girl, she's like getting up next to me and saying hi and stuff. And I'm like, dude, just fucking, I didn't say fucking, but I said, just fucking look at her side. I'm like, sup, girl? And then watch what happens. Watch what happens,
Oh,
all right? And he
tell him
won't
not
do
to
it.
call
He's
his
still-
mom mommy in front of her, though. All right.
Yeah, no,
because you said earlier that he called her mommy. Like even my 10-year-old calls me dad. You know what I mean? Like you got to move the fuck on.
My son's he's a sweet little boy. Okay, stop it, Randy. You can say, Adam, you have any nominations for Dick of the Week?
Ooh, yeah. Let's go with Matt Gates. Yeah.
Oh, Crystal C would love this part.
So first off, this dude is such a fucking chump because back in 2018, he knew that he was going to have a scandal around him eventually, and he said to call it Gates Gate. Lame. That's totally lame. At least there's some people that started calling it Pizza Gates. That's at least funny. But, apparently
can I nominate O.J. Simpson for having a Twitter? Sorry, Adam, I didn't know you were still going to talk.
O.J. Simpson's Twitter is fire. I wish that O.J. Simpson would just tweet out a knife emoji at me if I had a Twitter. But this fucking Matt Gates guy.
Do you think when OJ opened his Twitter account, he said, "Oh, let me take a stab at this"?
Absolutely.
God,
hello, Twitter world.
Hope. One can only hope. But this fucking Matt Gates guy, it's not even necessarily what he's accused of, because, you got to let this play out and see how well it goes. Although apparently there's fucking receipts about all the freaking underage girls that he's paid off. But it's that he had to go on Tucker Carlson to try to get in front of this and talk about it. That was the worst fucking idea on the fucking planet.
I hate his hair.
Didn't it just come out that he asked for a pardon from the president before he left office, like all-inclusive pardon?
Oh,
Chris O.C. just sent me that because he's on this thing.
That would be that would be pretty funny. Oh
God, I would love an investigation into all of our fucking politicians and just the fucking scum of the earth. Every single one of them are just horrible, terrible people, all bought and paid for. All should just hang.
I hate our governor with her Jim Carrey looking ass. I'm so tired of this bitch.
I'm a big fan of my governor. He's just so cute. He just looks up there and he acts like he's a big man, I forget his name, though.
Yeah. Although if I could nominate two people, I'd also like to nominate Dr. Shiana Swan. That's the chick that wrote this book called Counting Down. And she's trying to tell everyone that using plastics is going to make your dick shrink. And she managed to basically hack the algorithm by talking about dicks and actually managed to get in the top 10 of r/news and Reddit. And it totally proliferated the freaking media cycle for a second. And this chick is just trying to catfish people and to be environmentalist assholes for shit that doesn't even really matter.
That sounds serious. Okay, Ray, write that one down. I'm going to forget that after I play the bumper here. I got to get my mouse cursor, and I don't know where it is. So I'm just going to keep talking for
Dr. Swan.
Yeah.
After much
can I nominate Easter?
Incredibly handsome.
Of course.
Have come to the consensus.
It's late, but you certainly can.
This week's Dick of the Week award goes.
Are you saying that our Lord and Savior Jesus Robert Christ resurrecting on the third day?
First of all, it's Jesus titty fucking Christ. You keep getting it wrong.
No,
it's
I don't
Jesus
think I did.
TF Christ. Okay.
You
Agree to disagree,
see those
Rim.
signs that say he has risen on them. I see them.
Yeah.
Fuck Mary Magdalene.
On Easter all the time. And it's why does Jesus want us to know that he has an erection anymore?
Well, it's a Catholic thing.
Yeah, it's not special.
Catholics versus Protestants. Let's get that war kicking off again. All right.
That'd be a great. Yeah, that's a great one. We need a war in this country. That'd be a good one. Good religious war.
Kill more people than any other thing in the history of the earth. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Lutheranism crew.
Well, but if we're gonna,
we should start a religion.
No,
fuck this podcast. Let's start a religion, boys.
Scientologists versus Christian Scientists.
See, I like the idea of the war, though. But as we're doing this, instigating this war, it has to be. I'm still going to stand by this. It has to be the muskets style, right, or Civil War style. And we have a new reason. Again, it's first and foremost, it's ballsy. If you're going to line up across the field from somebody else, you got some balls, and you're there because you mean to be there, not because you're some keyboard warrior. But second reason, which is apparent tonight, Adam can legally participate in this war. Okay?
Participate. And
without getting arrested for being a part of this war. Because he can legally handle the firearms.
The reason why I agree with you is also, if you got shot in the arm, you lost that fucking arm back then. You know what I mean? Like, gangrene set in, and they just chopped that sumbitch off, and you were one-arm Larry. So
yeah, dude, you hear about that shit? Like, I don't know if
you ever shoot a musket with a one arm, Ray? It's really difficult.
Can't do it.
But they put him right back out on the front line.
Yeah. Anyways, Dick of the Week is Svenson. All right, I decided it's Svenson. All right. All right. Hey, I don't know if you guys are listening to the show. I know CJ you didn't listen, but you got to hear this bumper and how glorious it is. Our bumper team went overtime for this one, CJ. You're going to love it. All right, here we go.
All right.
It's just the best.
Thanks for calling the Dickman line at 860-316-4776. Please leave a message after the beep.
It's banging.
It's voicemail.
Just the best.
I hope we actually have some voicemails.
Oh my gosh. Got lots.
One, I must speak to you. First, you know about one now. There is a family member that also must be covered.
This guy's texting me now. Okay.
Feeling touching their minds.
This is a texting. This is a clip in a text.
This blessed word. So press 1. There cannot be any more losses this year.
No shit. No more losses this year.
Now.
Oh,
I think I know who this guy is.
Who is it?
All right. Go back and listen to the Testostobros website. Or no, the Testostobros episode. This guy calls in and asked to be on like a podcast about love, hip hop, and spirituality. I think it's that same fucking guy.
You think so? Because this guy's like, all right, I'll go back and listen to that. But I had that guy call in because he's from Connecticut and he has a podcast about having sex with his girl or some shit, and I thought it was interesting.
Look, the voices sound real similar. Like I heard of this on other podcasts, and I was like, "Is this the same fucking guy?" I went back and listened to it. I'm like, "Man, probably."
I wish they'd call my real phone so I could answer and press 1. Yeah. All right, we got more though. All right, let's keep going.
Hey guys, I want to say happy birthday, Ray. Sorry I missed it. Just give me a call back at 867-5309.
There you go.
Boom.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for calling, Jenny.
Thanks. Happy birthday, Ray. All right.
Happy birthday, Ray.
Oh,
so I'm listening to the last episode you guys did, and you guys were talking about roadhead. So let me tell you about the worst fucking roadhead I ever got. So we're driving down the middle of fucking Georgia, like from middle of Georgia to South Georgia. So there's nothing out there. So, you know, she's doing her thing. I'm trying to keep the car under 100. And she says, I'm not going to swallow it. And I was like, you know, at that point, I didn't fucking care. I was like, I will fucking throw this shit. I will fucking throw yogurt over my fucking steering wheel. I give zero fucks. Like, I'm like 15 seconds away. This bitch pulls out a fucking Walmart bag and just shoves it around my cock and keeps working it. After like a minute and a half, I just made like a weird face, like a fucking seizure, and was like, thanks, honey. And we never did that again. And that done for like a month later. But like, it was fucking terrible. Never, ever shove a Walmart bag, touch thy cock. Have a good day, boys.
That is some of the most legit shit I've ever heard.
When they don't make condoms big enough for Remorized dick, I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Right. Yeah. You know, one time I put a trash bag over myself and jumped into a hooker's vagina. But this is different.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the same, just on a smaller scale. But Jesus, I mean, I'm trying to picture myself, you know, behind the wheel, like, oh, goddamn, I'm going to get some roadhead. This is going to be great. Like, this is going to be awesome. Fuck yeah. Bitch is hot.
So excited.
Ass is,
so excited.
And then out comes the Walmart bag. I'm like, okay, she got what's a Walmart bag for? What, you got to swipe a credit card through something that's not working? And she puts it on my, it's like, wait a second. That's not how this works.
Credit card or something that's not working.
Just give her the Walmart bag and be like, finish it off and just spit it out in there. We'll fucking hook it out the window.
Smack her face with it. All right, here we go.
Also, Ray, quit picking on Rim's chin. Okay, he's taking so many hits on that chin, it's pushing into his fucking jaw. Okay, so just be nice.
Oh, that's not. I mean, that's kind of like.
I don't. That's not me.
Yeah, that was fucking Tanks last week, but
yeah,
you know that's kind of a backhanded type of defense of my chin. I don't know if I like that. All right.
When I was full of rage before I got a little tipsy, I took a shot at your chin, and I just want to apologize. And I called you a sumbitch. You're not a sumbitch. Mama Rim's a classy lady.
Oh, I don't remember that, but I thank you for apologizing. I forgive you.
Oh,
I was Fit once told me. He said when that bitch apologizes to you, Rim, you don't say I forgive you. You just say thank you, and that's it. Don't ever say I forgive you. And that's all right. That's good. That's
I
good
just
advice,
give them the
Fit.
death stare. Or when they say I'm sorry, you say don't be sorry, just be different.
Just be different.
Oh yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah. You broke the plate, and you said sorry. Is the plate fixed? No. What good is your sorry? Fuck you.
Or
All
when
right,
they
here's
say I'm
another one.
sorry, you say, you say, fuck, I lost it.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry, be quiet. Great Spaceballs quote.
Yeah.
No, you will be.
There you go. What?
You might have to play that again.
I just have
something about my sister.
Back? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Something about my sister's bonus episode.
Wow. Whoa. I don't know what that was, but I love it when people get drunk or high or crazy and call. So thank you. Thank you for that. All right.
It sounded like Miss Piggy after giving Roadhead.
Yeah, it sounds like
Wow, giving Roadhead.
Yeah, like the Muppet Babies.
Miss Piggy with a Walmart bag in her
six-letter
throat.
F slurs.
I bet Miss Piggy would give very sensual
extended
head.
warranty was going to expire and wanted to give you one final courtesy call before your warranty expires and your coverage is voided. This would make you financially
It's a
responsible
voicemail.
for all service repairs. Press 1 now.
Get on
if
our
you
level,
wish to
Rim.
She
extend
has
or
like a
reinstate
somewhat
your car's
soothing
warranty.
voice.
Once
It's not
again,
just a
press
super
1
robot
now.
voice.
Yeah.
Or press 2 to be placed on the do not call list.
Or call our 800 number at 833-304-1447. USD 456.
What the fuck?
Damn, they got the Micro
All right.
Machine Man doing the last little bit of that shit.
Jesus. All right. Here comes the last voicemail of the night.
What's up, everybody? It's Flow Euphoria.
What up?
I just wanted to say,
Hey, what's
Randy,
up?
I can hook you up with those Black Mirror dogs. I exclusively take payment in crypto. On an unrelated note, Ethereum is at an all-time high. Let's fucking go. I just enjoyed the bants on the previous episode. Good for you. What's up, CJ and Adam from Houston? How you guys doing? Adam, you got to come back on my show. Although, if you do come back on and you tell a story, if you tell it over and over again, I'll have to listen to it 5 or 6 times because all of my favorite podcasts know your worth, which is, wise of them to do. I really just wanted to leave a voicemail and let you know that the Rich Dickman show has ruined my life. I memorized the entire theme tune and started randomly using it in everyday conversation out of habit. Relationships
I do
have
that
started
too.
to fall apart and people have started to avoid me. I don't even try to use it anymore. It just comes out subconsciously. And the Rich Dickman Show, Rem and Ray, never Randy, have ruined my fucking life.
Well, you know what? Flow Euphoria, good. Okay? Because when you let everybody know when you left your voicemail on that other show that I was beating the shit out of you, you let the cat out of the bag. You're not supposed to know that stuff. All right? That stays behind the scenes when I'm hitting you guys and telling you to be good.
Flo, you're awesome, man, and I'm sorry I blew off your podcast that one day. I had to write my school paper, but I'll get on your podcast eventually. I promise.
Man, Flow Euphoria submitted one of the best "Would You Look at This" to NFHC ever. Like, I must have listened to that thing like 15, 16 times or something like that. It was the Tyler, the Creator, getting all gay on a dude in a freestyle rap radio show. That shit was so fucking funny. I will get back on your show, man. I promise. There's always fucking scheduling conflict shit, and there's stuff that like hits the back burner. But I will get back. I will make time for you, man. I assure you.
Yeah, check out Flow's stuff on Odyssey. Just search Flow Euphoria, and Odyssey is spelled like it's supposed to be. I think.
I'm gonna see what Odyssey is real quick. Odyssey.
It's a streaming platform. Randy. All right.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Svenson. Did I spell that wrong?
Yeah, he'll let you know.
According to this, is one of 2 major ancient Greek poems attributed to Homer. So,
Jesus,
there's that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trying to do like wordplay where they use the word "see" while they're an audio streaming service. That doesn't sit right with me.
I found it. Bill Gates attempted to block out the sun with chalk dust in the stratosphere. Odyssey exclusive channel profile picture. That's awesome.
LeBron James.
So, lastly tonight, and real quick, I just want to touch on this. Okay, is that Randy, Ray, and myself, and Kristen, and a couple others are playing a game called Valheim, right? And I don't play very often. I get in there when I can, all right, because I'm a very busy man, and playing games is hard for me these days. But we have fun. We're all there together. Okay, yeah. So I went in one night.
I put 50 hours in this week.
Wow.
And it just started.
That's it?
We're on Tuesday.
Fuck, Randy.
After I finish,
I'm trying to get you guys armor, but Kristen keeps fucking losing it.
Now, hold on. All right, stop. Okay, because you're not. All right, because I went in and I built my little bungalow and I rearranged things. Okay, and I built a stone wall and shit. And I was all proud of myself. And then the next day, you fucking guys tell, "Oh, we're moving the base. We're going to the plains." I'm like, "What the fuck? I just built something fucking awesome." Yeah, we're leaving. Yeah. And then Randy.
Well, now
Randy's
we're
all
back
like,
to the hub. We're back to the hub, Rim. You're good. We're back.
Oh yeah,
you left the swamp.
It was a
right there.
fucking disaster. Oh my god.
Kristen's losing. No, so Ray's like, "I'm in construction. I'll build you something awesome." So I look out to see what Ray built in this fucking fort, and he's got these goddamn fucking 2x4s going up on a slope.
Who built that piece of shit structure by the trader? By the way, I want to know which one of you fucks is responsible for that. There's half a fucking floor. There's no roof.
It's Ray.
It's completely unfinished. And,
also, probably the trolls.
But they finished the
when
fence.
When I was building my bungalow, I saw some trolls come and attack. I was really scared. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, what if they came
You're
to the house?
You're such a fucking hoe, Rim. You didn't attack them.
I was all about the audience.
They were huge.
So much. Fuck me.
Yeah. So, anyways, Randy
arrows.
is being an asshole and not getting us the armor that we need, and I'm the best fighter in the game. Anyways,
you are.
All right.
You're really good.
Thank
really
you. Crippled Jesus.
Well. And you know how to
Adam
parry.
from Houston. I do the role. All right, you guys, I love the two of you for many different reasons. Okay, but here, take a moment, plug all your stuff. CJ, Adam from Houston. I don't know how you guys want to plug your stuff. Who wants to talk over who? But just go ahead and tell us where we can listen to Who Gives a Shit, and where we can learn more about the two of you.
First, I want to give a little shout out to Tab Burt because from Here's What I Don't Get. He gave my man CJ here an electric cigar cutter. Like, this dude is not an ableist. He sees that this man is struggling, so he just helps him out. That's a fucking bro move right there. So kudos
awesome.
to you, bro.
Hell yeah, it is.
We love Tab.
He is a member of the disabled community, Mr. Tab Burt. You are a friend of the community, and you get the pass.
Yeah, but if you want to find us, hit us up on our Twitter at WGA Shit Show. Follow us on there. We started doing polls to see which of our topics is the most retarded, and so far CJ's
such good branding.
1-0. So
White Women Payday took it 1-0. We have a grand total of 2 votes.
Hell yeah. I love the audience interaction. Let me go vote right now. What's your Twitter handle again?
So it should pop up on
I'll follow
Saturday
you.
whenever the episode drops. It's at WGA Shit Show. Also, if you just type in Who Gives a Shit in YouTube, we're the first like channel pop up on that thing. And we're also on all the major podcast platforms.
I would say to everybody is just to go to Google and find our Whipson page, because that has the archive of all the episodes on it, from episode number 1 and to episode number 9, Inconvenient Penis.
Yeah. And if you can find our Discord, if you know someone that's in there and you can convince them that you're a cool dude, you might be able to get in the Discord as well, which also has like all the links and all that type of fun shit, where you can also give us submissions and voicemails, things like that.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And I want to say, I love the two of you. All right. I love having you guys on the show. Thank you for coming on tonight, because we needed it. We needed it really bad.
Yeah, no. One of those after fucking Matt from NFHC is all being a misogynist and just getting pissed at you for talking to a woman.
Yeah, I know, right? How dare I? How dare I show respect to a female?
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. I don't hit women in my spare time, Matt. I mean, Jesus
That's
Christ.
Dylan. Dylan hits women in his spare time.
No, he does it recreationally.
Midget women. I mean, little people women. Yeah, little people women.
All sorts of them. Or, I'm sorry, my body's not
I love
apart,
NFHC, though. I love NFHC, though. Like, those guys, I just got done listening to their episode at 1.7 speed, and, like, it's fun, is all I gotta say, because Matt's laugh at 1.7 speed, like, up here.
Did you see the video feed where you moved around the cooler and all sloshed out the side, all the fucking puke in the cooler?
Oh, gross. Hey, but you know what's good about the Rich Dickman show?
You want me to puke in a cooler? I almost puked in a cooler.
You can hear all of the guests.
I have a cooler right here.
The audio is good. That's right. Okay, so check it out. So check out Who Gives a Shit every Saturday. All right, check out Who Gives a Shit. They're good friends of ours. Love them, and you should love them too if you don't already. But most of you do, because
when are we starting a podcast network again?
I don't know. It's
Ride Storm Productions.
No, just stop. You stop it right now, okay? Stop it.
More ideas.
All right. Ray, do it. Do the thing.
Let's bring this baby home.
Already?
That's already, man. Already. It's a Tuesday. We got to get back to work tomorrow. Thank you.
This word from our big sponsor, Godzilla vs. Kong. Now streaming HBO
week.
Max. It's a fantastic movie of epic proportions.
All the money was paid.
Stream it now.
No, they're not paying us for that one. You just did that.
Also brought to you by the Taco Bell Build Your Own $5 box. You can get a fucking... Listen to this. You can get a Crunchwrap Supreme, a fucking 5-layer burrito, and some nachos and cheese for $5. And you get a drink. You can upgrade that sumbitch to a large for 60 cents. Look, I have one. Get yours today.
Wow.
60
awesome.
cents.
Great, yeah. So check out Godzilla vs. Kong. And Taco Bell Lunch Supreme $5 box. We love it. We listen to this. Thank you so much. If you want to support the show, if you like what we do, you want to support the show, tell a friend and leave a review, please. I got into one of those, hey, I'm a podcaster, I'll leave a review if you do. And I told the guy that, I left you a review so he could leave me a review. I didn't leave him a review, and he didn't leave me a review. Didn't work. But if you like us even more than that, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/RichDickman. We're getting something every week. Get the videos every week. And there's a new Liquor Fueled up there. Maddie from Australia didn't like it, but you might. But we're doing some fun stuff.
Well, it's only because Beep was in there.
That's right. Well, thank you for the beep. Get into the top tier. You get your own custom t-shirt. So if you want a t-shirt that say Crippled Jesus fucks, I will send you a t-shirt that says Crippled Jesus fucks. Okay, that's right. And richdickman.com for all of your Rich Dickman needs. Click the merch tab, get yourself a shirt, and click the Amazon merch tab and get yourself the Eat the Rich t-shirt. Goddamn, that thing is beautiful. And we're still all about that life of eating the rich people, because fuck them. Yep. And I look at it like this, like and rich people are the people who think they're in charge of us, like our politicians, and every single one of them should be eaten. Check us out on YouTube and hit subscribe, okay? If you're searching for Who Gives a Shit, type in Rich Dickman, see what you get, and we got some stuff up there, got some cool videos and the shows as well. Make sure you check out our friends every Saturday morning, okay, at Who Gives a Shit with Crippled Jesus and Adam from Houston. I love that show. I love those guys. You should too. They're fantastic. And you can check out those assholes at Not For Human Consumption. They're fun. They're nice. But
nice.
We love all people.
They're really nice to me.
Yeah,
I don't
like
get
those
it,
guys.
but I love it.
Bunch of misogynist racists over there, I assume. I don't know for sure, but I assume. RichDickmanShow@gmail.com. And
Dylan's overcoming diversity.
That's right. He's overcoming diversity. And by the way, Dylan, he survived COVID. I didn't know he would. You know, it was kind of a long shot there. Those 99.9% chance.
But he went to hell, and then he went to heaven. He's like the World of Warcraft expansion.
Yeah, that's right. Rich Dickman does.
Always bringing it back.
RichDickmanShow@gmail.com and at Rich Dickman Show on Twitter. You can follow executive producer Randy at Sir0 with an E, or email him Sir0 with an E at gmail.com. Follow producer Ryan at Ryan TRDS. My mother at Rem_mom. Oh, by the way, producer Ryan, he brought over some CBD seltzer over the weekend for Easter. And that shit had like 20 milligrams of CBD in the seltzer, and I drank that thing. I'm like, God damn, I am chill as fuck. Holy moly. My mother at Rem_mama, and you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Rem Dickman. And of course, there is Ray. Ray, how do we follow you?
On Twitter at Jules Winfeld. And also, still waiting for someone to call in a voicemail for that bonus episode. You know, we'll release that thing as soon as someone
whoa, somebody did.
No.
Right there, some didn't count because they had a high pitched voice.
Oh, I didn't actually. I couldn't hear what they were saying, so I guess.
Oh, they mentioned my sister. I'm just saying.
We'll have to.
And I talked to her again last night, and they updated her meds, and they're giving her Xanax 4 times a day now.
Ray, cut the goddamn episode. Jesus, what are you waiting for?
So, I have no idea what's going on right now. And my closing statements there brought to you by our other sponsor, a little less known than Kong vs. Godzilla vs. Kong, Dodgeball, a true underdog story, starring Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn,
20 years old.
Rip Torn, with guest appearances by Gary Cole and Jason Bateman. You can find it at garage sales near you. Tagline: Grab life by the balls.
That's a great tagline.
Randy, if they want to find us when we record, whenever it is, how do they join us?
bit.do/TRDS1. That's bit.do/TRDS1. And that is brought to you by, don't forget the Toyota Tacoma. It's a very fancy machine. All right.
Thank you. Adam, love you, buddy. CJ, love you, buddy. We'll see everybody next week.
Love you guys.
That means you're gay.
You want me to take my shirt off again, Adam from Houston?
Well, I mean, I do, but not for aggressive reasons. I just want to see it.
I like your booty, but I'm not gay.
Oh, shit.
All right. Get the video on patreon.com/Rich Dickman.
See ya.
Yes.
Boosh.
Wow. That's a delayed.
Recording number dose.
Now recording. I just now hit record. Is that okay?
It's fine. It's fine. As long as you got the video.
Ray's editing.
I was hoping to see Rem maybe for a second think, oh crap, this is going to suck. And then realize that I'm supposed to edit and then see the relief come across his face.
No, I realized you're supposed to edit all show. So,
You were in that mindset the whole time?
Yeah.
That's
I should have just said Beep's name.
Yeah. No, don't you dare.